The Pechts were red-haired folk, short but very strong. They had long arms and such wide feet that when it rained they could turn them up over their heads as umbrellas. You can see all the ruins of the great castles that Pechts put up, and they would form a long line between the quarry and whatever they wanted to build, and pass the stones along the line until the castle was finished. The Pechts made an extremely potent ale from heather. Others wanted the recipe for this brew, but it was handed down from father to son as closely kept secret. Time passed and the power of the Pechts declined until they were finally defined in a mighty barrel of the Scots. Only 2 Pechts, a father and son, survived, and they were brought before the King of Scots, who threatened them with torture if they refused to relinquish their secret of their healthy ale. The father, in quiet word, told the king that he feared the torture more than anything, but could not bear to dishonour in his son's eyes. If his son were first put to death, he would hand over the recipe. The king immediately ordered the son to be killed. As soon as it was done, the father cried out definitely, "Now do your worst to me. It was my son who I feared might relent under torture, but now I'll never give you the secret." The king saw that he'd been outwitted, but decided that the greatest punishment he could impose on the father would be to let him live, and so he was held prisoner until he was blind and bedridden, and most people had forgotten his existence. But one night, hearing his guards boasting about their feats of strength, he asked from the bed if he could feel one of their wrists, as so to compare it with the wrists of men of his young days. The guard, for a joke, held out an iron bar for him to grab, and he snapped it in two as if it was a stem of clay pipe. And that was the last of the Pechts.